Hey guys, it's Ryan back here again, and today I'm reviewing another item from the Vintage Collection. So today I'm reviewing the mail-away rocket-firing Boba Fett. So as you can see, I have two of them, one in the packaging still and one opened. So I'll give you guys a little backstory on this figure. So back when Kenner was originally making the Star Wars figures, of course, back in 1978 and so on, they were going to make a mail-away Boba Fett that had a rocket-firing backpack. Well, jetpack, not backpack. So they, I think they went into production stage, they're ready to release it and everything. And then issue popped up, and I believe it was with Mattel, which is another toy company that makes figures. They did something very similar with a different figure, I guess, where it had a rocket-firing feature, and some kid ended up eating it. You know how little kids like to put the stuff in their mouth all the time. He ended up, I guess, eating it, and he choked on it and died. So it raised a big legal issue. There was a big old battle, I guess, in the courts over that. So Hasbro decided to cancel this figure. So it's been 30 years since they it's been 30 years since there's been any talk of this figure being made, and Hasbro, with the new vintage collection this year in 2010, decided it was time to re-release this figure. So I believe it's the same exact figure, the same mold that Kenner was going to use to make the figure, but I think it might be a recreation, but I'm not exactly sure. If you guys want to correct me on that, go ahead. And once again, don't, say anything bad, because I don't really know too much about it. I've only been a Star Wars collector since 2005. I'm not that knowledgeable and everything, but you guys get the point. So it's in the original packaging, of course. They did everything down to the detail, of course, aside from the warning label, which is up there, and all that stuff that they have to put on modern toys now just to warn people about it. It says Star Wars, of course, Boba Fett. Very cool. It's got the little details right here too. It says Boba Fett, a fearsome interplanetary bounty hunter, a threat to the Rebel Alliance, especially Han Solo, a new character in the Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back. And then of course it's got the original Kenner logo on there. Then got the figure, of course, right there, which is really cool. Then on the back shows the other modern figures that they have currently, and then it has a picture of the original Boba Fett that was going to be released. And it says Boba Fett, the original card was 1978 through 1979. And it says, here he is at last. After 30 years, the Boba Fett figure with the rocket-firing backpack was reached the galaxy. The story of this mail-away figure is well known among Star Wars fans, and we're here to deliver the goods. This figure is a recreation of the original Boba Fett figure with the addition of an all-important rocket-firing feature. Good things really do come to those who wait, and the wait is officially over. Enjoy. So that's what they put on the back. So really cool that Hasbro finally got this out there. And like I said, it's been over 30 years since that happened, and now we finally got it. So it says on the back that it's a recreation, so that leads me to believe that they basically resculpted the whole entire figure. It's not like the actual mold that Kenner was going to use, but once again, I'm not exactly sure on that. So the figure itself is completely down to the detail on the vintage style figuring. Has the very limited articulation, just swivel head, swivel shoulders, and swivel hips. I mean, back then, that's the only articulation figures really had. They hadn't come up with ball jointed yet or anything like that, so it's just basic, a really simple figure. They even had the original accessory, which is really cool. I guess it's supposed to be like a Stormtrooper's E11 blaster, not his actual blaster rifle. But it surprisingly fits pretty well into his hand, which is a good thing. What else? So it's got really good detail on him, surprisingly, for a vintage figure. All the vintage figures had quite a bit of detail, and just the style of it's just really nice. I really like this figure. So then on the back, of course, is the rocket firing feature. So as you can see, it's just sculpted into the figure. I believe you can take the whole entire thing out if you want to, but I prefer just to keep it in. So as you can see, it's got a little rocket right here. I believe this was going to be the original rocket, but Hasbro included another rocket which I have over here, which is more like the modern ones, you know, like the flick fire. So basically you just shove it in there, it goes all the way down, and then it has a little button right there, and you just push it, and there you go, rocket firing Fett, 30 years ago. So that's basically what it's supposed to be. But I believe it's originally supposed to be like this, but this one, it just fits in there. It doesn't actually fire. It's not long enough. It's just for show, pretty much. But pretty cool. Then on the back of his leg here, it's got the item print number, whatever you call that. I believe they originally put that on the figures, if I'm correct, but I'm not exactly sure. Got the peg holes on here, says Hasbro and everything. What else? So that's pretty much it for this figure. So you get a rocket, another kind of like a phony rocket, and also his blaster, of course. So very cool. So like I said, it's a mail away, so you have to have 5 UPCs along with a form and a check for $6.99 that if you have to send to Hasbro. So, you know, really cool. So anyways, that's pretty much it for this review. I'll give this guy a 5 out of 5. You know, people have been waiting for him for over 30 years, which is really cool. They finally got it back out there again. And even putting it in the original packaging is just great. It's really awesome, really cool figure. And I believe every Star Wars collector and fan should have this in their collection, or just period, you should have it. You know, it's a really cool collector item. They're selling pretty high currently. I believe they're going for like $50 or $60 on eBay. So anyways, that's pretty much it for this review. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.